Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. We've got baseball on the show. The Atlanta Braves taking on the New York Yankees. Just about to get underway. Ellie De La Cruz digs in now. 44.
De La
And the home opener is underway. Oh, 1 now. Rings it in, and there's one down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Ozzie Albies, the next to hit, takes outside. Swinging a foul straight back. Up the middle, and that one finds its way through. So a man aboard now with one away.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Oh, 1 down. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though. That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
That one misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Out towards right center field. And it's into the gap. Throws to second. In there safely.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. That one probably had no business ending up as a base hit, but he got just enough of it to muscle it to the out.
1 at second. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. Back in the Bronx, and now here's the starter for Atlanta, Shane Smith. What should we keep an eye on here? J.P. Crawford stepping in now for the Yankees.
J.P. Crawford.
And a foul ball. Here's the 0-1. And that one moves his feet.
Ball 2.
Two one now. Swings through that one out in front that time. Next one misses, and the count is filled up. Lifted in the air, right center field. And there's one away. It's Aaron Judge now.
Second, the right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Just missed. And now he's fallen behind Judge. Late with the swing there.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and Judge is down on strikes. Two down, base is empty. Juan Soto now.
Soto.
This one in the air, center field. And that is that. Back at Yankee Stadium, now in for the Braves, Jordan Beck. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
Ball, that's outside.
That one outside. And 1-1. Grounder off the pitcher. Safe at first, and now we'll check on the lefty. Hope he's all right.
Batting sixth, the catcher.
Digging in, Drake Baldwin. That one not close. Ball one. Beck on at first. Nobody out. In the air to left center. Cruz on the move. He's got it. One down. Here's Josh Young.
Seven, the third baseman, number 6, Josh Young.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Popped up. Sosa gets under it. And there are two down. Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II.
Michael Harris II.
And first offering is fouled off. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Oh, 0-2 now. Hauls it in to end the inning. Back in the Bronx. So now the Yankees cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso.
Number 25, Pete Alonso.
Big stock center field. And a good start to the inning.
All over that one right there. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
This is Willie Castro. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
That's a ball.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
The third baseman, Nolan.
One out man at first. Here's Nolan Arenado. That one fouled off. No score here in the second. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds it second with one gone.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
And here is Sosa to the plate. Sosa in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. 2 on, 1 out. Outside. And that is ball 1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. On the ground, 2 ball. Young to second, on to Olsen. That's 2. New inning getting started. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Jake McCarthy.
Hey.
Bunted back towards the mound. On to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Ellie De La Cruz getting ready to hit. He's 0 for 1. Swing at a ground ball. Fires to first on the run. Nicely done for the out. Well, here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
He's done a great job getting the first 2 outs. Want to get this number 2 hitter, get back in the dugout, and face 3, 4, 5 next inning.
Out towards right center field, and that is that. Back in New York, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Dylan Cruz stepping in now for the Yankees.
Nope, that's inside.
Here's a 1-1. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Base knock right field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line.
Ouch, that one got him.
The batter, number 3, designated hitter.
J.P. Crawford gets a chance to hit. Fly to right his first time. Hammered on the line, base hit. Runner around third. The relay throw. Safe. And they take the lead.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Here's Judge now. Not close with that one. Ball 1. Foul ball there. The 1-1. And a foul ball. Traffic on the bases with one already in here in the last half of the third. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. The next offering misses, and the count's full. Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Soto in the box here and fouls it off for strike 1. Carroll, the lead runner, out at second. Crawford over at first with one away. And that one fouled off. The 0-2. Fights it off. You'll see another. Two on, one out. That one is absolutely belted. Out of here. That's worth the price of admission. And they add on. It's 4-0. Here's Pete Alonso. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
The 1-1. Foul ball. One and two here. On the ground to short, De La Cruz tosses to first, and they get the out. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Willie Castro. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. Castro in his 7th season, hitting 5th in today's lineup. He joined the team as a free agent. Fouled off left side. That is the inning. Start of the 4th, now in for the Braves, Ronald Acuna Jr. Oh, great stop. Fires to first. Pretty nice play there.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
In the air, left field. And it falls. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in. And he'll reach second with one away.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Man at second. And he grounds one back up the middle. Nice grab. And they get the out. Here's the catcher, Drake Baldwin. Flying to center his first time. He's 0 for 1.
Nope, outside.
Base hit and a run in to score. The throw into second. Tag. Save. Bang, bang play. That was close. And next for Atlanta, Josh Young. 0 for 1 so far.
Ball.
Runner at second, 2 down. Top half of inning number 4.
That's ball 2.
Up the middle. What a stop to first. But it's not in time. Base hit. And now the center fielder, Michael Harris the second.
Michael Harris the second.
Makes the catch. Inning over. Back here in New York, and stepping in for the Yankees, Nolan Arenado.
Nolan Arenado.
You know, these Yankees showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Pitch count is pretty high, and they've plated 4 runs already, so I think it's safe to say their game plan is working out pretty well right now.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
So they forced the starter to put in a lot of work, and they've been able to get to him for some runs. And hopefully that bullpen phone is working today.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. Here's the second baseman, Lenny Sosa. Fly ball down the line. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. That one hit to right. Acuna on the run. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Dylan Cruz stepping in now for the Yankees. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far.
Cruz.
Fought off foul. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And that one fouled off. Chases in the dirt, slider there. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. Back now in the Bronx. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Jake McCarthy. In the air to left center. That gets down for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Up next for Atlanta.
Back to the top of the order, Ellie De La Cruz. Next up for the Braves.
You know, these Braves doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They have yet to strike out.
Runner takes off. It's a pitch out. Two-0. Runner goes again. That's in for a strike. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Yankees up by 3, and we're at the top of the 5th. This one in the air, right field. Fair ball. McCarthy round second on his way to third.
Back-to-back base hits. That could be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough. As a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Arenado throws to second for one. They get the out, but the run scores on the Twin killing. Base is empty after the double play. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. Out to short. Castro sends it across to first, and Acuna retired. That's the inning. Here at New Yankee Stadium. In the Bronx. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Edgar. Carroll, number 70, taking over on the mound.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Yankees putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
And that turns the lineup over.
Just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
One away. And now big number 99, Aaron Judge.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Judge rips that one. He's got it.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Soto at the plate now, and that's strike one.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Check swing went around. That is strike two. To the right side. Albies there with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. Back at Yankee Stadium, now in for the Braves, Matt Olson. Swing, and he breaks his bat. Grabs it barehanded, over to first, but he beats it out. And the leadoff man is on with an infield single. Now it's the DH, Jordan Beck, 1 for 2. Out front, rip foul.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Takes it in for the out. One out man at first. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Drake Baldwin. Late swing, foul to the left. Baldwin measures 6 feet even, 225 pounds. And he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Wisconsin. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. The Yanks holding on to a 2-run lead, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Stays alive. The 1-2. On the ground to first. Alonso over to second. Double play. What a twin killing, Dan. Back for more from the Bronx. Bottom of the 6th. Pete Alonso. Stepping in now for the Yankees.
Now pitching for
Chris
Atlanta,
Martin gets the call from the pen.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
That one ripped, but foul. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And the count even 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
That's out to center field. And there's one down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it. But sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those loop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Castro stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. And it's fouled away. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And there's 2 down.
For the Yankees,
2 outs, base is empty. Nolan Arenado stepping in now for the Yankees. On the ground to the left. And it gets by him. Around first, digging for 2. Well, he thought about 2, but he's back to first safely.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
At the plate, Lenny Sosa drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one carrying into the bullpen and gone. He muscles that one out of here. And they add to the lead. It's 6-2. So 2 down. So up next for New York, Dylan Cruz. And a big swing and a miss. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there's just no one there to knock it down.
Here's the catcher to hit. Edgar Caro. Cruz off of first with 2 away. Runner on the move. Striking there. Safe at second, and that was not close. The 1-1.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
That misses the zone. Ball 3. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Next offering in there for a strike. And now it's 3-2. And ball 4 to avoid.
The batter, number 3, designated hitter.
So now the DH spot, J.P. Crawford. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Carrying well. Going, gone. A 3-run dinger. It's their second home run of the inning. Here comes Aaron Judge. Hard ground ball, base knock. And that extends the inning. Here's Juan Soto. He's already homered here in this one. Dietrich Enns takes over on the mound.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but
this one swung on and hit well. Way back there. It has the distance. Gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this.
Now, this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Just missed it. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
All right, Singy, in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled. They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagine running around in those big, bulky suits, and somebody's always going to go down.
Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. Left field, Soto going after it. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And that's a double. 1 out, runner at second. Jake McCarthy, the next to hit. McCarthy checks his swing. Appeal down to third. Did not go. On the ground, right side. Sosa. Throw to first in time. So back to the top of the order. Now here is Ellie De La Cruz. That's down and in. A slider missed. Chopped left side. Castro on the run, sends it over to first, and that's a nice play to end the inning. Back in the Bronx, set for the last half of the 7th. Castro stepping in now for the Yankees. And first offering is fouled off. Ground ball right side, Albies. And one away in the bottom of the seventh. Here's Nolan Arenado.
For the Yankees, the third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
He swings and fouls one off. Up the middle, De La Cruz. Handles, throws to first, and they get Arenado for the out. 2 down, bases empty. Lenny Sosa now at the plate. He's already homered in this game. Strike 2.
Well, 2 outs and a chance to put up a 0 on the scoreboard here, and that's not something that's come easy for this staff in this one.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Cruz in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Next offering is fouled back. The 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Ball 1.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Fights it off. He'll see another. The 1-2. Now a fly ball to right center. Harris racing after it. And that'll do it. We're at the top of the 8th. So now to the plate for Atlanta. Ozzie Albies. Now a right-handed arm out of the bullpen, Mike Vassell.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Tap foul at the plate. Foul ball, still 0-2.
Ball 1.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Right side, hard hit. Toss to Alonso. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Up next for Atlanta.
And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
The Yankees up big in this one, and we're at the top of the 8th. Swings through that one for strike 2. Oh, and he hit him.
I'm out. Ball got him right there.
Up next for Atlanta, the first baseman.
Here's Matt Olson down.
Olson.
In the air, right field. Judge under this one. And there's 2 down. So up next, Jordan Beck. Acuna off of first with 2 away. To the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back at Yankee Stadium, bottom of the 8th. Edgar stepping in now for the AJ Blue Ball. On to pitch out of the pen here.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score. Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
Ball inside.
Out to short, De La Cruz. 1 gone to the bottom of the 8th. J.P. Crawford digs in now.
Designated hitter, J.P. Crawford.
And that one hit to first. The tag, and he's out. 2 outs, base is empty. Aaron Judge at the plate. Sliced hard but foul. Here comes the 0-1. There's a swing and a miss.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
There's a swing and a drive. That's back. Gone. He sends it out of here. And they tack on to their lead. It's 12-2.
Ay, ay, los pongo a bailar la pelúa, que no baile que lo despelucan. No me